Alright, we're working some examples in the section linear equations. Alright, let's get started. We have 20 times 8x plus 5 plus 14 times x plus 16, and that is going to be equal to 20. Alright, so we need to try to simplify this thing down. And we're going to do that by distributing this 20 across, and then we're going to distribute the 14 across. We're going to collect up our like terms and then isolate x. Alright, so we have 20 times 8 is 160. X, 20 times 5 is 100 plus 14x, and then 14 times 16 is going to be 224, and that's all equal to 0. So our like terms here, let's look at these. Right? Remember, 160 is a coefficient, 14 is a coefficient, and our constant terms are 100 and 224. So let's look. We got 160x plus 14x, and adding those together, we're going to get 174x plus, and then we have 100 and 224, so that's going to be 324. And we'll set all that equal to 0. So let's take this 324 over to the right hand side. Remember, that same thing as subtracting 324 from both sides. And that'll make that negative 324. And then of course we're multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of 174. Remember, the fast way of doing this is just move it diagonally down below the 324, but we'll go ahead and go through the motions here on that. And so we're left with x is equal to negative 324 over 174. And we'll need to reduce that down, and it does reduce down to, let's just go ahead and we'll just continue down here. So it's going to be, check that out, I think negative 54 over 29. Right, 54 over 29, negative 54 over 29. Okay, so our solution set is contains negative 54 over 29. That's going to be the solution. And remember, we check it by plugging it into x. And I don't think I've ever even, well, we did in the very first. We were checking our work. So you want to plug that in for x, and the left hand side should equal 0. Okay. Alright, let's we're moving along now quite quickly. Okay, 4 minutes has gone by. I don't know. Let's go ahead and work this one out. X plus 18x plus 11x is equal to x plus 14x. Am I going to have enough room? I'm thinking I'm not. I did some poor planning here on this one. X plus, I think we could move the screen over, and having a problem writing here. 1 over 19 plus 1. Okay, so remember, we always collect up all our like terms, and of course these are all like terms. see they're all like. Add their coefficients. So 1 plus 18 is 19, and 19 and 11 is going to be 19 and 11, 30. So 30x is equal to, we have some like terms here, that's going to be 15x. Oh, wait a minute. Probably what we need to do, this 19 here, distribute this 19 across, which, what a mess. Let's do this. 15x plus 19x plus, this number down here was a 19, so 19 times 1 over 19 is just 1, and then 19 times 1 is 19. Okay, alright, so let's rewrite. 30x is equal to 15x plus 19x. What's that going to be? 15x plus, let's see, 15x, let's see, 30, 15, 30, 34x, and then plus 20. 34 plus 20. Hopefully you've worked this thing out faster than I have. Now you notice that this coefficient's a 34 and this one's a 30. Well, we're going to do something a little different. I know we've been taking everything over to the left-hand side of the equal sign. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this, we're going to take this 30 over to the right-hand side. So we're going to subtract 30 from both sides. Okay, subtract 30x from both sides. And you'll see why we're doing that. So we're going to be left with 0 is equal to 34x minus 30x is 4x plus 20. And then we'll take this 20 over here, and because it's a positive, we'll take it to the left and makes it negative. Alright. Same thing as subtracting 20 from both sides. Okay. Whew, we're running in 7 minutes here. Alright, where are we at? We're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 4, which is 1/4. Okay, let's put a parentheses around that. And x is equal to, 1/4 of 20 is 5, but right, simplifies down to -5, so our solution set is the set that contains -5. And of course we can always come up here and plug in our -5 into our x's here, and the left hand side should equal the right hand side. Okay. Alright, one more problem and we're done for this section.